Alright guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Joe. I am a hobbyist. I just got into the hobby of RC cars. I did a ton of research over the wintertime and I have learned a lot. I spent a few $100s learning the hard way, buying other brands that are junk, and finally listening to all you other YouTubers that have reviewed this, the Ravage, what is it called, the HBX16889a Pro. I bought one of them at first just to see if the hype was real, and it is. It is built really well. You can put it through a lot. Is it completely indestructible? No. And actually what you're seeing here is, yes, I have two of them now. One of them is running beautifully. One of them actually runs great, except for the common issue that you're going to have on every single RC car is eventually the differential cups, that your drive shaft sits in and spins in. It's going to start warping or pulling away that metal, wearing away at that metal, the diff cup. Big deal. It actually still ran. It just made a loud grinding noise, and you had to ease on the throttle. I mean, it still drove. It didn't do anything to the differential. I have it all tore apart because I just wanted to inspect it to make sure the differential was good. And the great thing about this company is you can go on Amazon or eBay and buy replacement parts. So that's what I do. I just have a bunch of these on hand in stock, so I don't have to wait 2 or 3 days to get them. Your axles, they're like $10 and you get 2 of them. I think the differential cups, I bought 4 of them for $10. I mean, everything's at least $20 or less with this vehicle. This is what it looks like inside. I just have it all tore apart right now. So one of the things that I would say is that you're going to have to come up with a body clip solution. They like to just come off. Like every time you flip the thing, it seems like one of them flies off. I tried doing these clips. They actually, the rubber clips where you got to drill a hole into the body and then put these clips on. The front ones hold really well. I have not come up with a good solution for the rear ones yet. The other ones, like as soon as you crash it, it's like it bends the clips and then they're junk. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. But a couple other common things that will happen if I can take this. Let's see if I can move this around and show you. No, it is the front. Or I'm sorry, the back of it. It is the shot. Let me show you on this one. Where is it? Oh yeah, right here. So the mount, this bolt right here, at least on mine, will start to come undone. So all I did was put a little bit of blue Loctite on there and tightened it down. There's a few things like your steering, some of your steering adjustment bolts. There's one here and then one here on the other side. Those will start to come loose, and then all of a sudden you won't have steering. But if you tighten them down too much, then it'll lock your steering. So you got to play with that. And again, once I've adjusted it, like 2 or 3 times, all of a sudden now it's just staying. The other thing that you might want to do is invest in some shock oil. I found that putting 20 weight in the rear of these keeps it really solid. Let me see if I can show you. So when it drops, there's hardly any bounce. I had 70 weight in here. There it is. I had like 70 weight in this, and it was like super bouncy because it's just not a big enough truck to handle the heavier weighted oil. So I put 20 in the rear, and actually I believe I do have either 50 or 70 in the front, because this thing, once you get on it, is going to start sagging like that. But it's a nice plush bounce, and then when it's driving through like bumpier terrain like a grass or something, it doesn't bounce as much in the rear end. I found that that's definitely noticeable. One cool trick, though, if you're going to get annoyed with these batteries, they last maybe 10, 12 minutes, and they take like an hour to charge. So if you are going to buy this one, I would just get the one with the one battery and then go on Amazon and buy these batteries. They are actually a little bit, give it a little more punch because there's a 35C, and again, these are all 2S. But the stock battery is a 25C. Yes, you will notice a difference going from a 25C battery to a 35C battery. And actually, you will notice an even greater difference if you go to these Z batteries. These are 1500 milliamps. What are these? A 60C battery, and I'll leave links in the description for all these, but you can definitely tell a difference. It's almost like running 3S with that. Not really, but I mean, it kind of is. It gives you more of a punch off the start, and I almost think it gives you an overall faster top speed. I probably am wrong on that, but so there's been a lot of people trying to figure out how to mount these, like whether you want to zip tie it up here, but the truth of it is, let's see if I can show you this. If you are interested in this truck, you do not have to use that stock battery. You just have to pull this strap. Let's see if I can show you. It's hard to do this with one hand, but I'm gonna do it, and I'll show you how you can just put this on just like that. It will fit, and you just cinch it down like that, and it will stay in there. And then what I do is I take one of these, like another, like a wire tie. Anything will do. Let me see if I can get it out. Right here. So your excess, you're just going to fold this down and cinch it on using one of these ties. I'm not going to do it right now because I only have one hand, but it definitely will stay. So, and these are, I think you get like 2 of them for $25, and I did a timed run with these, and I got 47 minutes. So that's amazing. It's almost like too long. You're almost sick of running. You're like, when is this battery ever gonna die? So, yeah, that is the only thing on this truck that I've noticed would be the weak link. Are these the front axles, where there's a little pin in here that breaks. So, and I have not been able to find a replacement for the pin, so you end up having to buy this whole thing right here, which again, there are 2 of them for like $20. So the only time it's broke is when my son drove pretty hard, like into a curb, not even head on into a curb, but like at an angle, and it probably just tweaked that wheel hard enough to where it snapped it right out of there. But if anybody knows where you can buy just a little pin that is sitting inside there, and I know it's not focusing, but yeah, that would be great. I can't find it. You have to buy this whole deal. So, and again, like I said, these little differential cups, out cups, do start to get worn out, but I have ridden this thing pretty hard, and I've had it for about a month or so. So the new one, we've also been riding it pretty hard, and these are actually holding up pretty well still. And we just got back from a run outside, but you can see right in there, if I could show you right there, they are going to wear out because this thing has so much power. Like if you're gunning it off the start every single time, you are going to start to wear out those diff cups. So make sure you just inspect those. Blue Loctite, maybe the wheels. We've had them come loose on us. Not a big deal. Just you got to make sure you go through everything and make sure there's no screws coming undone. But other than that, this literally is no maintenance. And again, part of RC, part of the hobby is working on them. I think it's fun. You know, I do. I love tearing them apart. And they're super simple. I mean, I've already torn this. This is the rear differential. I've already had this thing torn apart a few times. It's so simple and to put back together and put in here. I mean, it's just, you get this is literally the only tool you need. Just a small Phillips head screwdriver, and then I have my wheel, what is it, a 7mm ratchet for the wheels, maybe a pair of pliers, like a needle nose to pull some, just to have it for your fingers, because everything's so little and tiny here when you're grabbing, your pins and stuff to pull that differential apart. But yeah, I wouldn't hesitate to buy 2, 3, 4 more of these things. They're super fun. They're super fast. You can actually run 3S on them. I haven't tried that yet because I know that things are going to start breaking, which is fine because it's, like I said, I just ordered a whole complete new differential just so I have the parts. I think it was like $20. I mean, things are so cheap with this. And but there is this, you can upgrade this. You can put a bigger motor on them. You can, upgrade the ESC and get a separate receiver and do that. There's just not a whole lot of room to work with, but guys have definitely made that work. So yeah, leave me a comment below if you have any questions about this particular vehicle, if you're in the market for one. I love the 16th scale. Like I said, you can buy little tiny batteries. You don't have to have the big bricks. And again, 47, almost 50 minutes of runtime. And I have 4 of those. I mean, 4 hours of runtime just with those batteries. And plus I have 2 of these. The 1500 milliamp gives you, and I haven't timed it, but a lot longer than the stock battery. So we're talking like 30 minutes probably on the 1500 milliamp. So again, plenty of power with those. So if you don't want to run 2S, go with a bigger C rating battery. Go with the 60 Cs here. And again, like I said, I'll leave links in the description so you can go check that out. But you can definitely tell the difference with those. So anyway, hope you guys had fun watching this video with me. I'm going to post some other videos of us bashing these and ripping, tearing them. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.